What's going on, my friends? Welcome to today's training. So on this presentation, what we're going to be getting into is the 3 steps to transform your identity to create a new reality, to build your business, increase your income, and to step into your highest self, even if you've been trying with very little results to show for it. So if you're excited for this and you're ready to go, I want you to type yes inside the chat box so we know that you're ready and you're hyped up and you're ready to make things happen. So my question to you is I want you to look around you. I want you to ask yourself, is your current reality you are living the reality that you desire? Is the current reality that you are living the reality that you desire? Do you have what you want in your life? Think about the past goals that you have set for yourself. Have you achieved them? Are they a part of your reality? Think about when you set to achieve a goal. Is it smooth and simple, or does it feel forced and hard? There are endless realities that you can be living. And the beauty of life is you get to choose the reality that you are stepping into. You get to choose the reality that you are stepping into. There are literally endless. And you can look at this from a standpoint of when I acted on that one small thing, it completely changed my life. For example, like I went to that college, it completely changed my life, or I made that one decision, it completely changed my life. You can look at it from that standpoint. Logically, your logical mind can pick up on that. But the real reality and how you can transform your reality is what we're going to be stepping into. The reality that you truly desire, you can create for yourself, as opposed to waiting and hoping and wishing to truly step into that next level that you desire. And if you aren't achieving your goals that you have set for yourself, it's not because it's impossible, but it is impossible to the current version of you. And throughout this training, we'll help you understand what's required and how to make the changes so it's not only possible, but so you actually do it and you achieve those results that you truly desire to achieve. Now, I want to go back a little bit, just 7 years ago. It was very clear that I was not stepping into my desired reality. I was a college student, and this lifestyle did not line up with what I truly desired, did not line up with my highest self. Like I always knew I wanted to own my own business. I started my own businesses when I was younger and all that good stuff, but I didn't step into that reality because I was very passive my senior year. I was dating, this, that. I didn't care what I did. I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I knew my mom really wanted me to go to college. So I'm like, whatever, mom, just pick a school for me. And she picked a school for me. And you see, me going to college, when in her mind it would have led to something great, I knew it didn't. And me going to college led to me partying and drinking practically every night and took me down a dark path, my undesired reality, which if I continued to go down, I would have ended up in a completely different place than I am right now. And one night it all hit me when I was staring at my drunk self in the mirror, right here, that picture to the left. I looked at myself and I thought, who the hell are you? It hit me that I wasn't stepping into the reality that I desired. And at that point, I realized I was stepping into a reality of disappointment, pain, and chaos. And I decided to make a change. And I completely stopped drinking, partying, doing drugs. I got myself back in shape. As you can see, that was my freshman year to my sophomore year. Got myself back into shape physically and mentally. And within 2 years, I was bringing my business to over $25,000 per month. You can see right there. So one thing that we'll also get into later on is the money mindset. I went from $484 one month to $15,504. This is what was what I actually net brought in, but I closed 25,000. So within the next month, the other 10,000 was coming in. I completely shifted my reality because I got clear on who it is that I truly desire to be, what I wanted to step into. And this doesn't just apply for if you're just starting out. This applies for you if you have a business already and you're already successful, because we always get to shift to grow to that next level. And not only have I been able to achieve these results, but other men who have joined us in Power and Purpose have been able to do the same thing and achieve these results for themselves. Like you look at Alex here, before running in circles, jumping from one business to the next, not making anything work, feeling completely disconnected from his family. After, made over $18,000 in just 6 weeks, continuing to build his business, connected to his wife and daughter in a way that seemed impossible. And now he's continuously growing and stepping into that higher version of himself. You can see here, it says, I spent months not being able to make a single penny in my business. Then I took the leap and joined Power and Purpose. I followed the exact steps laid out in the program, and it was like turning a switch on because I went from not making any money for months to making $9,750 in just 2 weeks. So excited for what's to come. Then he goes, close another $8,500. Results after only 6 weeks because he allowed himself to step into a new identity. Andrew here, before, no purpose, no direction, working a job. After, built his business and is making over 6 figures, moved to Nashville, Tennessee, where he met his now fiance and is continuing to build his business and step into the life of his dreams. Austin, who before he was living with his dad, barely any money, just working dead-end jobs. After, built his business to $230,000 in 1 year while traveling through places like Bali and Thailand, met his girlfriend and moved to Thailand. And his results, after I'm 4K away from my 144,000 goal yesterday. Hit my first 2K day. Unreal. This was results after only 6 months of joining us. This is what's possible for you. And the beautiful part about life is you can choose and step into a reality that is aligned with your highest self, with everything that you desire. Not just building the business, not just making the money, not just getting to a certain point in making the money, not just having things at a certain level, but the reality that you truly desire, that your highest self desires and craves to step into. I'm going to share this quote later, but I want to share it right now. The only reason you desire something is because you are capable of achieving it. That's it. We have governors and we're stopped at a certain place. You are capable of achieving it, and that's why you desire. So maybe right now your monthly income is stuck at 5K, 10K, 20K per month, or anything in between. Maybe your business is taking slower to grow than you hoped, or you've barely gotten started growing it. Maybe the relationship that you want, the partner that you desire to have in your life seems nearly impossible. Maybe she's not here in your life, or maybe she is. Like wherever you are, your head is with that. Maybe you feel stuck and confused and everything you're trying just isn't working to take you to the next level. It's not working. You see, the fact of the matter is, it is working. It's working for you. It's working for the current version of you and who you are. It's working for the current reality that you have chosen to step into. It's working. But maybe it's now time for you to step into a new reality, to step into a greater version of who you are, to completely transform every single thing around you. And if that's you, type yes inside of the chat. If that is you, if you truly desire and you feel called to step into a new reality, type yes if this is resonating with you. It's time for you to transform, my friend. It's time for you to stop holding yourself back and keeping yourself stuck. And it's time for you to stop searching for these little tiny changes that you think you can make that are going to make the change for you, because this is change right here, right? This is change. Boom, 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 boom. That's change. This right here is transformation. Now, I don't know who wants to go from being a phone to a pen, but that is transformation, completely transformed. And that is what you were after. So in order to do so, to create this transformation for yourself, you must apply these 3 truths. 3 truths that if you apply in your life will completely change who you are and what you receive. These 3 truths are as follows. Number 1, your identity creates your reality. Number 2, you must step into the pain to create a permanent change, to transformation. Number 3, it's not what you do, it is how you do it. You see, each one of these truths will open you up, will open up your mind, will open up your spirit, will open up your heart, will open up your awareness, and open up who you are, which in turn will open up your world and your reality, enabling you to step into and receive all of the gifts that you desire to receive, enabling you to transform your identity, to step into a reality that you truly desire and truly feel called to step into. To step into a reality where achieving growth, expansion, and success, and it growing daily, and you taking the actions, the bigger actions that you know you should be taking, become automatic and habitual. That's what you can step into. So we're going to get into number 1 now. Your identity creates your reality. Now, I want to let you know, who you believe yourself to be is who you will always act in accordance to. Whoever you truly deep down, internally, subconsciously believe yourself to be. You will not prove yourself wrong. You will always act in accordance to that version of you. You see, your identity, who it is that you are, what's been ingrained in your mind from years and years and years and years of programming. Your identity creates your beliefs, and your beliefs lead to your actions, and your actions lead to your results. Your identity has been created from what you've seen, heard, and experienced over time. Your beliefs are creating your reality because you were always acting in accordance to them. And if you hit a certain level of success and you get there and it feels good and you're like, yes, I'm here, but your worth isn't there and your identity isn't aligned with that, you're going to go back down. Or you're just going to stay there and you're just going to remain there and it's just going to remain stagnant. Your identity creates your reality. You're always acting in accordance to your beliefs, and your beliefs and thoughts also, what do? Not only get you on the vibration and get you on the frequency to receive these things, but it also turns on your reticular activating system. So that thing, like, let's say you think of a new car and you see the new car everywhere. It's not everywhere now. You're just now thinking about it. So your thoughts are like, this is important. So now I'm going to see it. We have 60,000 thoughts per day, and your thoughts only focus on certain things. So when you have this level of importance and you actually believe in your identity and your beliefs are aligned and what you see, what you feel, what you experience, and you are creating this reality for yourself in your internal world, allowing it to come to your external world, when you're normalizing it in here, it becomes very simple for it to be created out here. Because now all the opportunities that are in your life already, you start to step into as well. And you will always be acting, attracting in accordance to this. So the vibration of your identity, what you create and what you put out is what you're going to get back. What are you attracting right now? What are you acting in accordance to? Anything that you desire is being blocked if your identity is not aligned. And when it comes to your frequency, it has to be in alignment of the things that you want. You think of a car radio, right? You want to listen to country music, but you're on the rap station. You're never going to be able to listen to country music because you're on a different frequency. It's not impossible, but you get to tune into the frequency. Same thing for your life. The things that you want and the things that you desire, they're on a different frequency than you. And it's not impossible to achieve them, but it is impossible to the current version of you. So you get to shift your frequency, shift your energy, shift your vibration in order to align with that. So now you're there and you receive that. And it becomes smoother and simpler than it's ever been because life doesn't have to be forced. Life shouldn't be forced. Life gets to be simpler than you're actually making it right now. When you step into the version of yourself that's aligned with that, that's aligned with the simplicity, you will never receive anything greater than which you. Because what you're attracting, what you're bringing into right now in your life is aligned, is your current reality and is your current identity. And it's not going to shift. The same things are going to come if you continue to vibrate on that same frequency. So you can try all the things that you want. You can force your way there, but it's not going to come until you allow yourself to create this internal transformation to shift your identity. We have a video right here of one of our members who was able to shift his identity and step into this. And we will listen to it right this second. Let me shift this over here. Let's check this out.
So before the accelerator, I was practically penniless. I was living with my dad, trying to figure out what I really truly needed to do. I was sick and tired for working jobs. I was able to just follow the steps. Now here I am, traveling. I have income, whereas I have the foundation, I have the money, just by following the steps. So we're sitting around 10 to 12K a month, $230,000 in a year. It's just like, now I really, it's amazing because you'll go through this process and you'll look at the paper, you're writing the affirmations, you'll think like, man, like you write it, you believe it, and then one day it just kind of hits. You look back and you're like, oh, I already hit that mark, because you just get so lost in the journey that it becomes more than the money, and you just, before you know it, you're already there. It's such a good feeling. I still have to pinch myself a little bit, like.
And I don't know where you are right now in life.
So before the accelerator,
And I don't know And I don't know where you are right now in life, what position that you find yourself in currently. Whether you're successful in your business and you're looking to take it to the next level, whether you're really starting to get it going. But Austin right here, $0 in his business. He just had an idea. He came to us because he knew he needed to gain that belief in himself to actually start a business and succeed. And within the first year, $230,000 in his business, while traveling, while enjoying life, while stepping into a powerful relationship. This is what's possible. And you heard him say, you write it down, you look back and you're like, oh my God, it's already here. That's the beauty of this journey that we're on, is it can be a lot simpler than you're making it. Now, the next one is stepping into your pain. You must step into the pain to create a permanent change and transformation. There are three types of pain that you get to step into. Pain of the past, which we call embrace the past. Pain of the present, which is face the facts. And pain of the future, which is feel the future. These are the three pains. And these pains can be used, right? Pain can be used to be an incredible transformational tool. Incredible transformational tool. You hear so many people saying, ignore the pain, don't look at the pain, don't think about the pain, don't get on that energy, don't get on that frequency, don't get on that vibration. And I totally understand. I agree with that. I agree you do not want to sit with that and soak with that, because that's what you're going to be creating. But when you allow yourself to actually dive into the pain that is sitting in you unconsciously, regardless, is sitting in you and is holding you back, even though you're not consciously thinking about it, it's still there. Until you dive into that, it will always be there and it will always weigh you down. It will always drag you down to a lower frequency. And you'll always question why you're not able to rise to those heights that you truly desire to rise to. It's because you're holding on to this baggage. You're holding on to these pains that are keeping you stuck and not allowing you to rise to your highest. So we're going to help you go over what pains to step into and how to do so and what that looks like. So pain from the past this is the pain that you're holding on to from the past that's trapping you. We all usually have about five big things that happen throughout our lives that caused us to stay where we are, that isn't allowing us to rise to the next level. Myself, I had a few things. One, my dad being in and out of jail and on drugs when I was growing up. My parents got divorced when I was really young. I saw my dad going through this experience. And I remember one time when I was 10 years old, this was the first time it happened. I was sitting on my bed and my mom was on the phone with my dad. He called up and he told her that he's in jail. And I overheard the conversation. And he asked to talk to me. And he's like, and my mom said, your son's crying. And he said, tell him to stop crying. He's a boy. And from that point on, I completely cut off my emotions. I completely cut off my feelings because of that moment. And I realized that I was so emotionless and I wasn't connected to myself for years on years, like 10 plus years after that, 12 years after that, even longer, 14 years after that, because I cut myself off because of that one moment in my life. Then my mom being a single mom and raising us, making $15 an hour. Like I saw that, I saw her struggle. And it gave me like a jaded outlook on money. And I need to hoard my money and save my money because that's what she had to do throughout their life, even though she was in a completely different position than me. There are things that keep us stuck and things that trap us. Then at one point when I was in college, the girl I was dating, she had an abortion and I held on to that, a lot of guilt and a lot of shame around that. And that caused me to continue to sedate and not allow myself to rise to my heights. I started sedating with drugs and alcohol in college, then lifting weights. And I just did that all day long, pretty much making my meals. That was like my lifestyle. Then I started sedating with work and I would start to achieve a certain level of success and I would bring myself back down. And I didn't realize what I was holding on to. There are things that you're holding on to as well. And maybe they're not moments that are big like that, but there are things that you're holding on to from the past that aren't allowing you to rise. There's an energy that's dragging onto you, that's pulling you down. And you get to dive into and truly figure that out and follow a specific process in order to do so. Create the future, back to the past. You get to dive into to figure that out because that created huge changes and huge shifts for myself. And until you understand what these stories are and what it actually entails and what's truly holding you back, you will always have this weight. The pain that you're ignoring of the past is trapping you in the present. No longer, my friend. It's time to let go of that. Then we have pain in the present. And the pain in the present are the facts that you're ignoring, disabling you from creating your future. You see, my pain of the present I completely ignored. I acted like everything in my life was amazing because that's what I thought my thought process had to be. Everything's amazing, everything's amazing, everything's amazing. So when I'm sitting behind my laptop, working 24/7, ignoring friends, ignoring any level of happiness, literally ignoring everything that would make me happy, not smiling, just taking everything so serious and feeling like shit with life, feeling so bored, I kept going, nope, it's amazing. I love working 24/7. I'm not going to spend time doing that. That's a waste of time. Even though I truly desire to do it, I was ignoring myself. I was ignoring my wants, my needs, my happiness. And I kept saying, nope, this is what I want. And because I kept saying what I want, I kept doing it. This is what I want. I kept doing it. Even though it was more and more painful and I got bored and I eventually burned out my first business, 21 years old, making over $25,000 per month. I burned that down and I said, I'm done. Fuck it. And I kept doing that. It was a process for me. Next business, 23 years old, made $152,000 in the first 6 months. I burned it down. I said, fuck it. I'm done. First 5 months. Because I got bored and I was ignoring what I truly desired. And until I allowed myself to look at that, I realized that I always said I'm putting myself first. I was putting my business first. I was putting other people second. I was putting myself completely last. No self-care, never spending money on myself. I wasn't living the life I wanted to live. I wasn't being the version of myself that I truly desired to be. I was lonely. I was upset. I was frustrated. I wasn't in a relationship for over 6 years, just keeping myself stuck, isolated. This led me to burnout and pain and chaos, pain in the present from ignoring my pain of the past. This created this. And then ignoring my pain of the present didn't allow me to rise to the next level because I said I'm good. And as soon as I allowed myself to truly step into and realize this and feel this, I began to make greater shifts. I began to shift my identity and see and believe myself to be the version of myself that I wanted to be and realize that I didn't have to hold on to what I was currently holding on to that was keeping me stuck. And that next month, I had my biggest month ever. I then began traveling. I was in Dubai and Bali for a month, truly living my life on my terms. And me doing this then led to me getting an amazing group of friends as once I got back from Bali, amazing group of friends, which continued to lead to greater and greater things in my life. Buying my first real estate, first multi-family real estate property. And my friends that I got ended up leading to my girlfriend. Me being able to step into this powerful relationship with a girl that I truly desire to have in my life. I created one of those webs where it's like, who was your desired woman and all the characteristics and all the qualities she fit. And the only reason why I was able to step into that is because I allowed myself to step into the transformation. I allowed myself to look at my pain and feel my pain, because if I didn't, I would still be the same, in the same position, doing different things, masked as something different, because I'm showing up as the same version of myself. Masked as something different because I'm showing up as the same version of myself. This is Andrew, someone else who allowed himself to step into the pain, to embody this and go through the transformation of power and purpose and where it led him.
Yeah, my name's Andrew. I went from working at a pet store making $600 per month to now making over six figures in the business that I work in. I'm engaged to my beautiful fiance, who's everything I could have possibly imagined, living in the place that I want, having the community, having the joy, the happiness, the fulfillment, and monetary success as well that I ever could have hoped for and dreamed for and worked for from the beginning.
Love
my
that.
name's Andrew. I went.
This is what's possible. This is what's possible. This is what's possible for yourself. Andrew, again, went from not having the success that he wanted, working a job. Then he was able to get himself to a certain position with his business. And then he was able to make the true transformation that he wanted with his business, making over six figures, creating the lifestyle that he wanted, creating community, creating the life, creating the true happiness and joy that he was after. Joy, happiness, and freedom. And that's what life is truly about. You allowing yourself to step into that. That is where the fun is. So pain number 3 is pain of the future. I allowed myself to feel the pain of the future. Looking at, seeing, and feeling what my life would be like if I didn't make the changes that I knew were required. And this pain drove me to transformation. I did a visualization. And yes, visualizing, I was kind of a little nervous to do this. I was like, I'm going to visualize pain. I'm going to visualize what I don't want. Why would I do that? I'm going to attract and bring that into my life. But again, there are moments to do this that allow you to actually step into embody a more powerful version of yourself. And you don't hold on to it, you do it, and then you release it. So this pain, I did a visualization and I pictured myself walking towards the water, and my shirt was off, my no shoes on. I felt the breeze on my body, the breeze on my face, and I looked at myself and I was in great shape. And I looked at my life and I had the success that I wanted. But I was alone. I was completely by myself. And I realized at that moment that if I continued to stay on the path that I was on, that if I continued to live the way that I was living, that I would always be alone. Because I ignored relationships for over 6 years because I was just focused on business. And I realized and I felt that pain, and I truly felt it in my core, in my heart, in my soul, in my spirit. I went, this isn't what I want. I get to step into something greater. I get to step into the relationship. I am worthy of this relationship. My identity at that moment in time didn't believe I was worthy. But as soon as I got done with that visualization, I realized I was worthy. And I realized it was time. And I got clear on the steps that I got to take, that I needed to take in order to step into this level of worth. Things that I knew that I needed to do for a long period of time, but I didn't. Things such as hiring the right team and getting the right people on board. Within a month of me doing this visualization, and things for the relationship specifically, such as, and there were things that I got to start doing and stop doing, such as stop having sex with random girls, get very clear on the type of woman I want to be with, allow myself to see, feel, and experience that, allow myself to embody this through affirmations and through the different things that create the transformation of your identity. And as soon as I did that, within a couple of weeks, I built out and I did the things I knew I needed to do with business. So I wasn't spending 24/7 on business. And so my time was actually opened up to be able to date. And within 1 month of me going through this visualization, the woman that I truly desired, which we went over earlier, who fit every single characteristic of what I desired in my partner, she entered into my life. And I didn't even start to do different things. I didn't start to date and do that side of things. I allowed myself to do what I truly felt called to do, my intuitive action. And then one friend connected me to her, said, you guys may be a great fit. I said, awesome. Let's see. Because I allowed myself to feel the pain of where I was, what I truly desired to have, what I wasn't allowing myself to receive and open to, I got to see and feel the reality that I was living and where it was leading me, and then shift my identity so I can step into the new reality, the reality that's aligned with what it is that I truly desire. I needed to embrace the pain on all fronts in order to truly transform my identity. That's what's required. That's what you get to do in order to make the shifts, make the changes to create that life that you truly desire to live, because everything that you desire is out there waiting for you. And you get to shift into the version of yourself that is capable of receiving it all. Receiving it all. Not just some of it, not just a piece of it, not the frustration, the pain, and the feeling stuck and feeling like shit, like what do I do next? Or I'm not taking these action steps I know I should be taking to grow bigger, to go bigger, to create more. You get to step into it all and create greater. Increase your income in business. $10,000 per month, let's make it to 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 100, 100, 300. Let's grow in every single area of your life. Someone else who stepped into the pain of the present or the pain of the future, Alex, right here. We'll bring him on board.
Within 3 weeks, I went from zero to making $9,650.
So that was just a quick little clip. So that was just a quick little clip of you being able to see what he was able to create for himself in 3 weeks. because he allowed himself to embody all pains from zero, stuck. And you may be stuck at zero. You may be stuck in a different position, from being stuck to being able to create what he desired to take him to the next level. And now continue to step into that and continue to create that and take it to the next level. Now, truth number 3, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You see, so many of us are focused on the strategies and the tactics. Let me add a new strategy into my life. Let me add a new tactic into my life. This is what's going to create the transformation in my life. Because we're so inundated with the strategies and tactics, believing that this is what's going to save us. But if you're jumping to new strategies and new tactics without doing the internal work, without shifting your identity, you're doing the same thing over and over again, masked as something different, because you continue to show up as the same version of yourself. And you are only able to attract who you are. There's a saying, wherever you are, there you go. So if you're making $5,000 per month, $10,000 per month, $20,000 per month doing this, you're going to be making $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000 per month doing that. Maybe you'll get some results in the beginning, but you'll find yourself going back to that same place. If you usually go hard in the beginning and get big results here, then you're going to go hard in the beginning and get big results there. This is how it works. This is who we are. Because again, wherever you are, there you go. And you'll always do the same thing that you're doing, turning back to the same identity. I remember myself when I first started running Facebook ads about 5 or 6 years ago. I was getting great results in it, right? At first it started getting great results, like awesome, money's coming in, money's coming in, money's coming in. I look back a couple months later, and I look at my income and I'm like, wait, the leads are coming in, everything's coming in, but the income's the same. And I realized because we took our foot off the gas over here. So I changed my strategy, I changed what I was doing, but I was still receiving the same amount of money. It's like, okay, this is an identity thing. I get to make the shifts in order to step into that next version of myself, in order to embody that higher version of myself that's able to receive more income and bring more into my life. And this is what you get to do as well, because your identity leads to your beliefs lead to your actions, and your actions, my friend, lead to your results. And when I say it's not what you do, it's how you do it. The what is the strategy and tactic, and the how is your identity, your beliefs, your energy, your vibration, because this is what's creating your reality. And every single new level of creation and success, you have to step into a higher version of yourself, reprogram your identity from who you are and where you are to who you get to be and where you get to go. Your desires. From those months of the income that you're making right now to skyrocketing to the next level, getting very clear on what it is that you desire and allowing yourself to step into that. From the life that you're currently living and what you currently have in your life to taking it to the next level, no matter what level that you're at. No matter what level that you're at, following what we go over here, you allow yourself to step into a new level of who you are, because you can swim against the flow and force your way to success, which I did for so long. And I talked to so many entrepreneurs who are successful at what they do, who are bringing in the money, the outside success, but they're forcing themselves and they're not receiving all the things that they want. And they know that the force, one day it's going to break. And it does, and it leads to burnout and burn down. So you can continue to swim against the flow, or you can choose option number 2 and swim with the flow, being guided by the universe, allowing yourself to step into the simplicity and ease of this level of success while remaining clear and in control. You're swimming with it, so you can jump out at any time. You're not just going with the flow, which some people do. That's a category for guys who aren't watching this video, who just kind of go along and whatever happens, happens. You get to swim with the flow. Life gets to be more simple than it is, and you get to achieve new levels of success, higher levels of success in all areas of your life. This is what's possible for you. And this is what we've helped many other men do who have stepped with us. We have Tim, who before he was stuck in a job alone, feeling lost, unsure of what to do next. After launched his course, 500 plus students, built out his business, quit his job, and got engaged. We have Andrew, who went from being stuck in his job, built his business, quit his job, 9 to 5, living life on his terms with his business, Strive Lacrosse. We have David, who went from being stuck in his corporate job, built his business, replaced his job, and quit his job within 3 months of joining Power and Purpose. Got into a new relationship, moved states. Hendel, 3 years, no luck. He felt stuck in business. Next, built his business to 10K plus per month within 4 months of joining us at Power and Purpose. Quit his job making $90,000 in 6 to 7 months. Within 6 to 7 months. Luis, who was making $3,000 per month, business now doing over $10,000 per month and continuously growing. Michael, who went from working 80 to 100 hours a week, absolutely no social life, stressed out all the time in his business, to building his business and creating it in a way where now he was working 20 to 40 hours a week, making more money, having time freedom, and truly enjoying his life, bringing in more money, as you can see from his messages. Now, I want to go back to this quote, and I want to leave you with this quote before we end everything. And I want you to type in yes if you want to get those results, and if those are the results you're looking for, or you're looking to really take your life to the next level, to shift your identity and create your reality. Type yes inside the chat. This quote has resonated with me so much, and I've always held on to it. The only reason you desire something is because you are capable of achieving it. The only reason you desire something is because you are capable of achieving it. My desires are different than your desires. Your desires are different from the desires of the person who's the NFL player right now, because we all have different things that we're capable of. You were put here for a reason. You were ingrained with desires for a reason. You were ingrained with this life that you truly desire and truly feel called to step into and live for a reason. And until you allow yourself to shift your identity to become that version of yourself that has that reality, it's always going to feel like a struggle. And that true desire, that true next level, that true calling is always going to weigh on you, and you're not going to allow yourself to step into it. There is work that you get to do to transform who you are, to transform what you receive, so you can step into the reality of your choice, so you can fully embody and step into all things that you desire. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to step into that next level of your identity, that next level of your life, that next level of the joy, happiness, and freedom that you desire to have into your life? Are you ready for that? Yes or no? So here's what's going to happen next. If you're ready for this transformation and to step into this reality that you desire, what we'll do is we'll set up a call with me or someone on my team. This call, we'll go over our accelerator and see if you're a good fit to join us. Now, this isn't for everyone. There's an application, you choose a call time, and we get a call set to see how we can help you and step into a greater version of who you are. Now, this call isn't for everyone. I mean, the accelerator isn't for everyone. And we can take everyone on and make more money in the business. But as you can tell, and as you see and feel, energy is extremely important. And we want to make sure that you're aligned. You're aligned with us. You're aligned with what we have going on. And I'm aligned with you and what you have going on. This is why we fill out the application. That's the first vetting process. But if you feel called and ready, and then you're a good fit, then we'll discuss you joining us inside of our, again, the Power and Purpose Accelerator, which you've seen the others guys go through, where you create your own personal internal transformation and allow yourself to rise to the next heights from yourself, your personal self, to your business and every other area you desire to step into. When you click on the button, there's going to be a quick application that you fill out so you can hit the ground running, choose your call time, figure out what works best for you in the calendar. Then we're going to have an incredibly powerful strategy session. We'll help you understand the method and what we do, get clear on what your next steps are, and again, get clear if you're a good fit to join us. Remember, if you always do what you've always done, you always get what you always got. And you go to this page right here, georgewohlhor.club/apply-here-2 in order to fill out the application. Or click the button, apply now, to see if you qualify for a call. Let's make it happen. I will catch you on the other side. So here's what's going to happen next. So if you're ready for this transformation and you feel called to step into this next version of yourself, this higher version of yourself, to create and begin to step into what it is that you truly desire, fill out the application, choose a call time, and we get on a call to see how we can help you step into a greater version of yourself. And the application button's down below. Now, we're not accepting everyone. This is why we have you apply. The energy, the alignment is extremely important. We can accept everyone and make more money in the business and continue to stack up more money, but we want to make sure that you're a good fit because we put our time into you as well. So we want to make sure that you're aligned and that we're aligned with you, you're aligned with what we have going on. And if that's the case, then we'll get in deeper detail on what the next steps look like for you. Jump on this strategy call and figure out where you're at, what those next steps are, and where you desire to go. And if anything you get on the strategy call, what you get is that next level for yourself. If you're not a good fit to join us in the accelerator, that next level for yourself, and you getting clear on what those next steps are for you. This isn't a high pressure sales call. We're not here to force you into doing anything. We're here to guide you and see if this is the next best fit for you. So again, you can click on the button down below, schedule your call, see if you're a good fit, and we'll go from there. It was a pleasure sharing this with you. Hope you enjoyed everything that you got out of this. Allow it to transform you. And if you're ready to step into that next level transformation where you're actually able to get the guidance from myself and others on the team and not try to go about this on your own, set up the call and I'll catch you on there. Let's get it done.